The universities of Wisconsin unveiling a multi-million-dollar plan on what President Jay Rothman is calling a, quote, war for talent. $32 million for the use of workforce development. It's a plan to get more people into high-demand fields, including engineering, nursing, healthcare, business and finance, computer and data sciences. President Rothman says if approved, it will be a great return on investments for Wisconsinites.
We have a great track record of having people remain in the state. Across our universities, nearly 90% of our graduates that are Wisconsin residents are still in the state 5 years after they graduate.
So that plan, it would add more than 9,300 graduates in those 4 key areas over a 5-year span. This proposal will be submitted for consideration and approval by the Board of Regents. That's going to happen this Thursday.